name's Claire. This is for the Hinterland Festival YouTube channel. I'm standing here with Helena and Ali from Glasgow PodCart. They've very kindly been helping us out with some web content, doing the Hinterviews, everyone from Galchin to We Were Promised Jetpacks. So I'm just going to ask them a few questions and catch up at Jenny Soap's art launch in Mono. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Really excited about the festival. Really excited now.
I'm, as always, hungover, which I can't really deny, because she'll mention it if I don't. But other than that, I'm fantastic.
Can you tell me a wee bit about how and why you started Glasgow PodCart?
We started the concept about 12 weeks ago. Well, I started it about from concept to full-blown working website. The reason was there was nothing in Glasgow that really kind of stood out to network unsigned bands. There was art, photography, and it was something that really had to be done, especially for the unsigned bands, because they needed a voice, I suppose, to a certain extent, and a meeting place to kind of speak to other people. And it's built so many relationships at the end of the day.
And how did you all meet? Because you're a bit of a collective. Who's involved in Glasgow PodCart?
Story, really. My involvement came about because Helena messaged me through MySpace. It's actually messaged my band, and I just couldn't believe how awesome an idea it was. It's like I said right at the start, it's like kicking myself, not because I never thought of it or knew there was a need for it, just because I never did it. And it's like, I'm so glad someone did, because like she says, nothing was there to promote unsigned stuff to the extent that we're kind of trying to do. So just through MySpace.
Sorry. I'm like, ugh. And how have you designated the jobs within Glasgow PodCart? Is it a natural thing, like you do photos and, you know?
I mean, it was natural. Obviously, Ali is a photographer, and he's great at networking as well. Then we've got Sean. Sean is a really important part as well. He does all the recording now, and he's a musician himself. And then we've got Jerry Dowds, who's our art guy. He does all the art stuff. We've got our Mr. Suits, very dashing. We've got Will and Paddy, who are based in Belfast. They're our website designers. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, because the branding and everything is as eye-catching as it is, has done us wonders. And then we've got lots of other people. We've got Megan Lego, who's a photographer as well. There's just so many people and the unsigned bands, everyone that's helped us.
It's just really, really, really encouraging to see something like this.
Yeah.
Loads of people pitching it.
Yeah.
So you interview bands quite a lot, obviously, and you've interviewed quite a lot for Hinterland in our interview feature. So can you tell us what's been the best and worst interviews?
Okay.
Start with the best, the good stuff first.
The best, I have to say, for me, Geordie LaForce was the best interview.
The man behind the camera.
Yeah, he was. and I'm not just saying that, it's because we actually came out of the interview and but it wasn't just that, it was just such his ideology behind everything, the way that he looks at music is really, really inspiring, and even writing up the interview, I got kind of choked up at points because I thought, why is this guy not being heard more by people? So yeah.
I have to say as well that he made a comment about once having wanted to try comedy. He so should as well.
I know, it's so funny.
Because he had us laughing like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, can you tell us your worst one? Or you don't have to name names if you want, but you can allude.
I'll name a name.
Ready, go.
Pearl and the Puppets was the worst interview I've ever done, ever. It was just really hard. I think the preparation done for the interview wasn't great, and it was just really hard going, wasn't it?
But you get, it's like personalities as well, you know, so some people just don't gel and they're not used to it, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's you know, it's not going to be the best with everyone, but we still, the opportunity was there, and we're grateful for it.
We had a bit of a quirky one the other day.
Yeah, Punching the Apostles.
Punching the Apostles. They were a really diverse group of people. Like, there was only 3 of the band there, and you would never put these 3 people in the same room, let alone a band. I know that sounds a bit kind of like, you know, you're stereotyping them, but just in first impressions they were like so different. We had one of the guys at one point standing up doing a bit of a dance routine for us. Just the other members of the band were as freaked out as we were, I think, because they're quite new as a band, so it was kind of awkward and. But it was great at the same exactly. It was great at the same
like
time.
An activist as well. She's
talking
into
about
climate change
and stuff like that.
she was, and I was just like, okay. I was really quite intimidated through that whole interview.
I don't very often get sort of
But
intimidated, but I was
I
that
have
day.
to say, the passion that they have for their music is unbelievable. So
So you're going to be catching them at Hinterland. Who are you going to see at Hinterland then?
85 Bears.
85 Bears is the
And I said
general
that,
consensus.
and I said that before I knew you had anything to do with 85. But I said that on the podcast that we recorded on Monday.
Yeah.
85 Bears.
Pumps Jetpacks, definitely.
Galchen.
Yule's Fantasy Island. We've got Galchen, Prego, Excerpts.
The Fall. Interested in seeing
I'm not
The
going
Fall.
to see The Fall. I'm kind of, because I want to go and see some of the smaller guys. But yeah, there's Mitchell Museum. Is definitely one for me.
How are you going to get around to see them all? You just going to split your time and...
I think we're kind of all going to split up so that we are going.
It's going to end up messy. Let's just
It
admit
is,
it now.
it
It's
is.
going to be like running across Glasgow.
We want to go for the sub club. I've actually had a look at. I've been on kind of looking at everyone's MySpaces and websites, and it looks awesome. The kind of there's a lot of kind of obviously Dante's Fried Chicken. Sean is desperate to go to that.
I really want to see how it turns out, but I'll be stuck in the Badge of Friendship stage, but take some photos, bring us some chicken.
Yes, Sean will. I think Sean's going to put it down his pants if he can. So
Amazing!
Take some carrier bags with me.
Do you have any top tips from you guys, sort of like what you should be watching out for 2009 from Glasgow and generally the rest of the world?
Yahweh is number one, I think.
Surprised you didn't say and so.
They're from Belfast, and so I watch you from afar. They're the best live band I've ever seen. With Panda Sue, she's from up in Fife. She's working with Steve Mason from the Beta Band. She's another one. Who else?
Just in case people miss what Helena said first, everyone in the world has to know who Yahweh is.
Yeah, Lewis Cook.
His album, he's 18 years old. Not that should be relevant, but it kind of becomes relevant because of how good it is. I love him. Yule's Fantasy Island, I've got a new album coming out soon.
They're writing. A Mitchell Museum are another one. Definitely watch out for them. I think they're really going to cause a lot of waves this year.
Is there anything you would like to say to any Hinterland viewers on the YouTube channel to draw them to the Glasgow PodCart website?
Yeah, I think everyone has to remember that it's what you make, it's what you do. You can sit there and you can think that I'm never getting anywhere, and it's people like us, I suppose, that we want your stuff, we want to project your stuff. Get out gigging as much as you can, promote yourself on the internet as much as you can, and we will help you. Send us your demos.
We'll review you, we'll interview you, we'll do whatever exposure we can possibly do for you. We don't necessarily always have to love your music.
Exactly.
It could be that I love something and Helena hates it. It's not like everyone has to love it. For us, it's everyone's different, and we'll put across a fair representation of what you do.
And I think we also we're non-profit making. The biggest time we're paying is the biggest price we're paying is our time, and we're so passionate about it. In terms of it's about the music, the art, the everything, and Glasgow in Scotland is a cracking place to be at the moment. It's just bursting.
There's too many people out there, basically, like you were saying, I think before we went on camera, too many people that are talented at what they do that don't have the opportunity to get exposure because there's so many boxes to tick and so much bureaucracy and shit that gets in the way first.
Yeah.
So basically we just want to try and strip that down and force the media to come at you.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to Helena and thanks to Ali, and I hope you enjoy Hinterland Festival. You can check out Glasgow PodCart on www.glasgowpodcart.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Cool. Got it down. Anyway, thank you very much. Goodbye.